One question on related to sex. Somebody who has created a Devi temple, and supposedly there is this thought about, or whatever, saying about he having sex with the Devi. What does that mean at all?
My EA is not about any specific sampradaya. So if you ask me that what is followed there, etc., I can neither comment good, bad, anything, because I have no idea. I've only heard the name. But regardless of that, in this basic question, the first fundamental principle of Tantric Upasana is that eventually you reach a stage where you have to attain a degree of oneness with the deity. So not only do you, for example, same thing, I'm giving to give an example. You are worshipping Bhairava, you attain a state of oneness with the mantra of Bhairava, and Advaita Bhava comes in, you make an offering of a ritually consecrated alcohol, you consume the alcohol, it is not you who is consuming, it is Bhairava who is consuming, and in that state, even if you take a whole bottle and you consume it, there is not going to be even one trace of being a drunkard. Kisi ko pata hi nahi chalega, only in that state. Any other state you do, you will fall down, you will do all sorts of things that every drunkard in the world does. Same principle applies when you are using sex in the method of sadhana. You are identifying with Shiva. If you're a woman, you're identifying with Bhairava. You're identifying with Bhairava. In that state, it has to be done. Only then it produces the result. So, when you're identifying as Shiva, obviously your partner is identifying with Devi. There is no question about it. So, it is a person who is completely conditioned with the Puranic way of approaching a deity will find it difficult to appreciate. But this is the fundamental crux of any Tantric Upasana eventually. At the higher level, you identify with the deity and then you perform the act. Only then the act becomes Siddha. But it has to be correctly done. Correct identification does not, there should be no trace of the idea that, I'm doing it for because it's some fun and this and that. Then you are 100% going to fall and going to fall very badly.
Regarding the rituals and all the things we are doing, everything, is it some kind of design to invoke the energy, whether it is cosmic energy or universal energy, to or force them to come oblige to our request? Is something like this? Can it be comprehensible within our five senses, or we will have?
So, if I get the question correctly, you are saying that are we forcing the deity to come?
I am saying that is it something like I want to draw the parallel between Kunti invoking Surya, something like this. We are making the arrangements like that. That deity is obliging to our request, something like this.
Yes.
In terms of rituals or something like this, whatever we are doing on. What I want to say that is there should be some significance of whatever we are pujas we are doing, rituals we are doing, some the form in the way we are doing. Is it something like this? I just want to reconfirm on this.
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, yes, there is one element of it that when you're using a specific mantra, you're actually calling a deity. So in a way, when you call somebody, there is always a certain amount of force that you're applying. That is why the process, the technical method of mantra, purushcharan and everything is given. If you do it correctly. So by the original idea was that if somebody is that capable, he doesn't make any mistakes in his upasana. If you follow the method, the deity will be obliged to come to you. Deity will come to you because the deity is bound by the mantra. When you're chanting the mantra, basically you are forcing the deity to come near you. But that requires a certain perfection of mind and body, which is not easy in this age. 90% people, 99% people do not have that kind of exact proficiency in upasana that nobody is a rishi today that, I will now do this sadhana and the deity has to appear. It hardly works. So what you do is that you follow the rules to the best of your ability. Along with that, you also add certain amount, and that is fundamental, in fact, in Kali Yuga, certain pure devotion to the deity. That you are not forcing also, you are also asking very politely, very humbly, and very sincerely that please appear. When you add these two together, your chances of success will increase. But if you want to, yes, the rituals are in a way designed, actually. You're right in that sense. If you add it, if you go purely theoretical, then some of the rituals are designed in a way that if it is correctly done by the person of extreme capacity, the deity is bound to appear to you. But only question is that capacity and all that has been corrupted in this age. So that method will not exactly work. So what we do is that we still follow the ritual process because that is the best way to invoke the deity. That is why the mantra sadhana, all that is there. Along with it, you also have certain humility, certain amount of devotion, certain amount of craving for the deity above and beyond all other things, and then there is a reasonable chance that you may succeed.